Hey, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show how to create a cinematic camera animations and also we'll see how to render it. So as in the previous video, we have added an camera and also we have seen how to make it as a default play. So now we'll use the same camera to animate it. Or else if you want to create a new camera, you can go to this add option and just you can select this cinematic and you can create this sign camera actor. For this lesson, I will use this camera. So now first in order to animate this camera, first we need to open and sequencer tab. So in order to open and sequencer tab, we can go to this option and here there is an option called add level sequence. So we need to click on this and just you can see now already I have created this. So I can select this and click on this. So we can replace that. So now it has been open and sequencer tab here. Now what the thing is, we need to drag the object which you want to make an animation. So in this case, we want to animate this camera. So we need to drag this camera into this sequencer here. So just we can drag from this outliner. So just we can left click and drag into this sequencer. And now here you can see these are the current frame numbers which are. So we can drag this slider. So now what we need to do is we need to set the positions of this camera. So just I will make it maximize. And now you see if you scroll down and here you can see there is an option like transform. So you can open this and we need to change the location. So just we can click on this location. So if you want to make an animation separately like XYZ, we can use this XYZ, or if you want to make it in all directions, you can use this location option. So first, what the thing is, we need to decide the initial and destination position of this camera here. So here you can see for this transform, there is an option like add a new keyframe here. What the thing is, we need to set the initial position. Let's say I want to start it from 0th frame or like first frame. And now what the thing is, just we need to click on this. See, now it has been added at keyframes for this camera here. These keyframes are nothing but the current positions of this camera. And now we need to decide the destination. So how many frames you want to make an animation. So like, let's say, suppose if you want to make like 100 frames here, let's say I will put it to like 105 frames here. And now what the thing is, we need to change the positions of the camera. So what I will do is just I will zoom in. Just you can zoom in this way. And now again, we need to click on this add. So what the thing is now here it has been created the keyframes by using the new location of this camera. So now see if I click on this play. So now it has been created an animation. So if you click space, you can play this animation. See? And here you can change the interpolations of this animation. Suppose in case if you want to start the animation slow and end with the slow, so we can set the interpolations. So in order to do that, just we need to select these keyframes and we can right click here and there is an option like linear, constant, like auto keyframe. So suppose what the thing is, if you put it to linear, what the thing is the camera will start with the same speed and end with the same speed, like stop with the same speed here. So if I click on this space, so let's say if I go to the start frame and if I click on this, see now suddenly it has been stopped here. But what the thing is, I want to like stop slowly at the end of this animation here. So just we can put it to auto. So we can select this keyframes and right click here and we can set it to like auto. So if I put it to auto, now the camera will start slowly and end the animation slowly. And now we'll see how to render this output. And before this render, we need to make some settings. So we need to go to this edit and we need to go to this plugin. So we need to turn on the one plugin like so. Just we have to search for movie render cube. So we need to turn on this plugin before render it. So just we need to turn on and just click on this restart. So what the thing is, we need to restart this Unreal Engine in order to make some changes here. So just we need to click on this restart and we need to save all the things here. So I'll come back after restarting this Unreal Engine. And now we have restarted the Unreal Engine and just I will go to this cinematic sequence. So now you can see. Okay, so now we need to go to the camera view. So just we can go to this perspective and click on this camera. So now we are in the camera view. Now we have to render this. So in order to render this, we need to go to this Windows, Cinematic, and we need to select this movie render cube. And now what the thing is, here we need to add the sequence which we have created. So as we have created this sequencer, and also we have named it as like a cinematic sequence. So in order to add this thing, we need to click on this render and we need to select this cinematic sequence here. So just click on this and we need to make some settings. So if you go to this configuration option, so defaultly now it is rendering with the JPEG sequence. Unless until if you want to change the format of this thing, we can delete this thing. Just we can delete, and here in the settings we can select the format in which you want to render. So for time being, I will select this JPEG sequence. So let it be. And now here we have to make some settings in the output. So let it be like a default in this default rendering. So just we'll go to the output, and here we need to select the output directory where you want to render this. So we need to select this, and we need to browse the location where you want to save it. And here I will create a folder. So just I will create a folder and name it as whatever you want. So just I will name it as cinematic render and select this folder. And here you can give the name of this file. So just like desert scene or something, whatever, it's up to you. And here we can set the output resolution. So let it be like a 1920 by 1080. And if you want to decrease, you can put it to like HD, like 1280 by 720. And if you want to define any frame rate, you can click on this and you can set it like, suppose if you want to render it like 60 frames, you can render it like in 60 frames. So I can put it to like 60 frames here. And also here you can select the range of this frame. Means like suppose if you want to render only in certain part, you can enable this option here and you can set the frame start frame and end frame here. But here I want to render from like starting to like 105 frames. But actually if you want to make it like cinematic kind of look, I think we can go with this like 24 frames per second. And one more thing, suppose if you want to make more high quality render, we can go to the settings and we can select this anti-aliasing. So we can click on this and we can increase this sample count here. And here the render time depends on this value, how much you are going to enter here. Suppose if you put it like 200 or 300, so it will increase the render time. So for timing, I will put it to like 40 or something. It depends on your system configuration. So just let it be like in 40 and I can click on this accept. And now just we need to click on this render local. So just we can click on this and now see it has been started rendering. So now suppose if you go to this location, so actually what the thing is here, it is replacing with a single image. We are not getting like a sequence here. So I think we need to make other settings and just we'll go to the output option. Okay, see here, there is an option like override existing output. Just we need to disable this option because what the thing is, whenever it is creating a new frame, it is just overwriting the existing frame here. So just we need to uncheck this option. So now we need to click on this accept and just click on this render local. And now we'll go to the location and cinematic render. Now see it is creating a sequence here. So I'll come back after complete render. And now see here we got a sequence. So now if you want to play like a video, just we can open the sequence in After Effects or Premiere Pro. Just I will open in After Effects and I will show it. So just I will open the sequence in After Effects and select this import sequence. Import sequence. So click on this. So just I will create a composition. And now it's playing properly. So in this way, we can create an cinematic camera animations in Unreal Engine 5. So that's it for this video. See you in the next lesson.